Welcome to lesson 2 of Access Training. And in this video today, what we're going to learn is, first of all, what is a relational database? We're going to look at creating a table, what are records, what are fields, and what are the different field types. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to start off with what is a relational database. And technically, a relational database is a system used to maintain a relational database is a relational database management system. So what we're talking about here is information that relates to each other. For example, names, addresses, zip codes, birth dates. All right, or and in the example I'm going to have today are like cars. So VIN number, make, model, type, color, all that information that's relational to each other. So, and then I'm also going to tell you how it all ties in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the screen over to an Access database that I've created already. And we'll just look at each table real quick, and you're going to see that we have a customer. Now this is just a real basic table right now, and if we created a real customer database, we'd probably have a lot more information like birth date, phone number, email address, and information like that that doesn't change. That's what's going to be in this table here. Now we also did an auto one, and in the auto one we have the VIN number, the car company, the car type, the color. Alright, and here again, that's real basic stuff. We'd probably have maybe price in there, or the purchase price of what the company bought, what the dealership bought it for. We'd probably have a year on there, maybe interior, just more information than that. But here again, this is just for a basic example of how we create ourselves a relational database. And our goal is to go through these videos and start learning how to do this ourselves. And then the third table I pre-created is, I called it a purchase table. And the purchase table keeps track of what was purchased. And if we do the database right, this purchase table can be very, very basic in the fact that, yeah, it could use some more information like purchase date, purchase price, maybe information on there, did they get an extended warranty, things like that happen at the day of sales. But notice what all I have in there right now. I have a customer ID and I have a VIN number. And really these two things tie each other together in the fact that if we look at the customer, each customer ID is unique to the customer. Alright, and this field is usually called a primary key, and we'll discuss primary keys in later videos. Alright, and if we look at the auto, right, you can see that each vehicle has a separate VIN number, unique to itself. Alright, now what we do is we take those unique numbers and we give it a purchase ID, and we say customer 12345 bought Y446N1. Okay, so I just want to show you real quick in database tools, we can set up what the relational database will look like. So you'll see that here are the fields, right? The records that are in each database. So here again, customer has name, address, but notice there's a little key there that tells it's the primary key. And VIN number has a primary key. So what we do here is we connect in a relationship VIN to VIN, customer ID to customer ID. So that when we create our query, which is just basically asking a question. And here again, we'll get into that. You can see that it tells us purchase ID 001 was Peter Popcorn. Here's his address, and he bought a Toyota Corolla, color pink, and these are the two fields that check that information. So if I come to the view, if I click on the view, and this is just to give you an idea, in the design view, this is kind of what the query looks like. Alright, and we will learn how to develop queries. And what's nice about Visual Basic, or not Visual Basic, Access, is it's very graphical on how you can look at things. So just like that relationship, see how we show the relationship within the query itself? Alright, so and these are all things that we're going to learn, and we're going to start off basic here. So in lesson 2, what we're going to do is we're going to create our own table today. Alright, so I'm going to go back to create, and I'm going to click on table here. So when I click on table, it's going to add a new table right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do just real quick is I'm going to close all these other ones because it leaves them open. Okay, so we'll save that, yep. Alright, so here's our table, and we can design the table in this view. Okay, so remember that we talked about, okay, and I just want to minimize this